Don't you put fear in my heart.
Well, do they have that penguin there?
Yes, they have penguins there.
Then it's settled. Penguins outweigh fear of ocean. See?
What?
She's afraid of the ocean too.
No, I don't think that's... Okay. I sit back down at the computer. Oh my god. I sit back down at the computer and let Hugo know I'm available. He tells me to meet him at the aquarium and gives me the address. I grab my keys and kiss him on the forehead before I head out. Okay. This is like the, 6th date that we've been on? What do we do for work?
We go on dates.
What's our job? Oh my god, maybe we're a
what is our job?
Maybe we're a trophy husband.
But our husband's dead.
Maybe that's what everybody finds so offensive about this game, is that actually we're just cruising to become a trophy husband, and this whole game is just about getting us hooked up with somebody so that we don't have to work.
I don't find that insulting at all.
That's the secret.
Amazing.
It's the secret twist ending.
What? No, people are actually mad?
No, I'm making jokes.
Oh, okay.
I arrive at the aquarium and find that the school buses have beaten me there. Preteens huddle around their teachers in small groups, yelling at each other and goofing off. Every teacher looks like they're at their wits' end. Hugo jogs up to me looking frazzled.
I'm so glad you're here.
Hugo!
It's been a debacle all morning. We're shorthanded and most of the kids won't stop screaming. As I'm sure you know, it's the case with all middle schoolers.
I lived through Amanda at 12. I'm all too familiar.
Oh.
Great. Well, it's you and me chaperoning a group of 10 kids. They're over here.
Hugo walks me over to a gaggle of preteens who are all sitting on the ground playing with their phones. They're not kicking each other like some of the other groups, so we're off to a good start.
Can you guys put your phones away?
All of the kids look up for a moment to stare at Hugo. They then go back to texting. At least they're quiet?
Too quiet. These guys are up to something. I can feel it.
There's no way. They're too busy thinking about not getting food stuck in their braces to pull any stunts. It's middle school, after all.
Oh.
We'll see.
No, there's gonna be some horrible thing. We're gonna lose a kid. The classes start filing into the aquarium, and Hugo hands out massive stapled packets of paper to each kid.
These are due at the end of the field trip. Yes, this will be a grade. No, you can't borrow a pencil. So then how are they supposed to do the homework?
They probably are. They probably have stuff with them.
All right, you're asking a middle schooler to be ready at a field trip and bring their pencil?
No, I'm just saying they probably already have them with them. They have their school stuff with them, I would assume.
That doesn't mean they had pencils. Nobody had a pencil. Pencils were more...
Stop.
Pencils...
Get your feet away from this. You cannot be trusted. The kids collectively groan and grab the sheets from Hugo. What's in the packet?
Honestly, it's just busy work. Honestly, it's just busy work so that the teachers can have a moment's reprieve.
Oops.
Oh!
You know, hold on, do we need to get you the ottoman?
No, I like it like this.
Okay.
I think one of the questions asked them to sit quietly for 10 minutes to think about the Great Barrier Reef.
Teacher hacks, I like that.
When I had field trips at my school, because it was a private liberal school, they just would let us do whatever we wanted. They didn't even chaperone us.
I'm trying to remember what we did for field trips.
They would just take us to a museum and give us money and say, do whatever you want.
Uh-huh. I feel like it depends on, like, how, like, troublemaker-y everybody is, you know?
I suppose, yeah.
Because, like, I definitely know, like, there were certain groups, like, in my school where, like, you could definitely leave everybody alone and, like, everyone would be fine, and other groups not so much.
Yeah.
So, wait, I thought you were an English teacher. What does the aquarium have to do with books?
Oh.
We just did a unit on the old man in the sea. Nothing quite like introducing kids to the futile perseverance of the human spirit by making them pet stingrays.
Oh my god. I don't know why that's so funny. Did you ever read The Old Man in the Sea?
I think isn't it about like
so that's
something really fucked up?
That's one of the few books that I actually did read. Okay, the whole thing. And it's basically like this old dude, like super old dude, goes out and he like gets in this like huge fight to try and like capture this fish, right? Finally gets it, and it's too big to put in the boat, so he has to drag it behind the boat. And as he's going back to shore, other fish come up and eat the entire fish that he spent this whole time catching. And it's, so the whole point, and then by the time he gets back, the whole fish is gone, so the whole trip was pointless, and I don't know.
Is the skeleton there?
I mean, he dies, I don't know.
But did he get the skull and stuff?
I don't think so.
Alright, then...
basically the whole...
It reminds me of the story that was between the chapters of The Watchmen, which is a really long story, and I don't... If you guys have read The Watchmen on paper or whatever, not the movie, you'll know what I'm talking about. The guy who made a boat out of dead bodies. Yeah.
Wait, how does the old man in the sea remind you?
Because he's trying to get home too, and he's like, I just need to get home to my family, and then in the end he realizes he's a monster because he made a boat out of bodies. Among other reasons.
Well, basically, like, the old man in the sea, like, the whole point, basically, the way he sums this up as, like, futile perseverance of the human spirit, that's, like,
nice.
like, yeah, you can try as hard as you want, but life is pointless, and you're a failure in the end. So,
but
yes.
Did he try looking at a puppy?
I'm trying to remember whether he dies in the boat.
No, the guy who wrote the book. Did he have any dogs?
I don't know, Mike. It gives us time to check out some of the exhibits as well. Oh, that's you.
It gives us time to check out some of the exhibits as well. Come on, they have a phenomenal selection of tropical fish.
While the kids sit on the floor and pretend to do their assignments while they text, Hugo and I walk over to a large tank filled with brightly colored fish. Hugo points to a brown and white fish with long spines.
That right there is a lionfish. Do you know that their stomachs can expand up to 30 times in size?
Whoa.
Hey.
Their spines are venomous too.
Nature is hardcore.
Yes.
You think that's bad? Take a look at this one over here.
Hugo points to a spiny, grumpy-looking fish hanging out near the bottom of the tank.
Hey.
That's a stonefish, the most venomous fish in the world.
And they just, like, keep it here?
Oh, yeah, they're relatively harmless so long as you don't step on them.
What happens if you step on them?
Oh.
Tissue necrosis.
Oh my god. Cool.
Ah.
Nature is wild.
Man, Hugo seems to know a lot about fish. I feel the overwhelming need to impress him. Hey, see that fish over there?
That one?
Yeah, that's the...
American longfin.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Oh.
Yeah?
Did you know that... Paranormal fish trivia. This fish sleeps upside down, but contrary to popular belief, is not an actual vampire. That's the vampire fish.
Oh.
Wait, are you serious? Absolutely not.
I'm playing it for the gag here.
Oh.
Good one. No squirts. Huh.
We lead the kids to another room. Sharks, sea turtles, eels, and other marine life swim around in a massive floor-to-ceiling aquarium. The kids begin trying to take selfies with the sharks. Hugo leaves my side to separate two kids who start fighting over a Capri Sun. I walk around the room, reading the tiny little blurbs about different fish swimming inside the enclosure. After a while, I look around and see Hugo again. He's gazing up at the aquarium in childlike wonder. The ripples in the water cast blue, moving shadows across his face. For someone surrounded by angry, hormonal preteens, he looks completely peaceful. He looks really cute in this light. I hope he doesn't notice me staring.
Wow.
Oh.
I walk over to join him.
Beautiful, isn't it? No, don't say the first one. I know that much. Are those two sharks kissing?
Maybe
That's a good way to, yeah, don't listen to me. No. Nope. I will not be blamed for this.
Great many mysteries lie in the ocean. It truly is fascinating to be able to observe it in a setting such as this.
Alright, squirts and cummies and fucking eggplants? That's a
He's an intellectual, so...
That's a very astute point, Todd.
We stand together for a moment, admiring the wonders of marine life. We eventually make our way to the touch tank room, which seems to be the only thing the kids are actually interested in. The tank is filled with a variety of horseshoe crabs, sea urchins, stingrays, and small fish.
I think the stingrays like being pet, because they always run up to the side.
Oh, I don't know. I've actually never been around a touch tank where it wasn't just, like shells and stuff.
Oh, I think the touch tank at the place near us has stingrays. I think they like it because they, like, run up to the side and, like, they put their things out for high fives.
I mean, I've definitely hung out with them, like, in the ocean before. You know, where, like, you can feed them and, like, they put them on your back and stuff.
Ew.
In Jamaica, they'll, like, put it on your back.
Have you ever seen that picture of, like, the giant stingray that, like, was...
Where it's like...
And then the two women are like...
Yeah. It's like, it was like that, except for no screaming, because I thought it was really cool.
No, they're slimy.
No, I think they are... Okay. I stand around the edges of the tank and keep a wary distance from the sea life. Who knows what kind of nefarious plans those horseshoe crabs have for my well-moisturized hands.
The ocean is so cool and I love watching it on TV, but I don't want to be in it.
I think that makes sense. There's a lot of things that look really cool that you wouldn't actually want to...
I wish octopi could exist in the air. Like, they could just float through the air.
That sounds terrifying.
Sounds amazing.
Why would you want that?
Because it's cool.
You know that they would just be, like around, outside, right?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
And then you could have one as a pet.
No, and then they would, like, sucker themselves to your face and bite your nose off with their beak.
Okay, octopi are not like that.
You know what they would do?
You're being octopus racist.
They would take 4 of their arms and brace themselves on your shoulders, use the other 4 arms to rip your head right off your spinal column.
Did you know that each
and
of
then
their
drink your
arms has
blood.
a brain?
What?
Each of their arms has a brain?
Yeah, if they're that smart, they would kill you without a second thought.
Each of their arms has an individual brain. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Isn't that weird? But no, octopi are cool. Leave them alone, Stacy.
I'm sure if you guys listening have never...
If there are any octopus listening, I'm sorry for Stacy's ignorant.
If you guys have never seen, like, all of the cool videos that people make about octopi, like, escaping their tanks, it's really cool.
Yeah, and I want them... Don't you think it'd be cool if we had sky whales and air octopus? Flying octopus. They
Just
could
imagine
float
all
through
that...
the air exactly the same way that they do, but...
Can you imagine those giant whale turds raining out of the sky?
Whales don't poop.
Whales don't poop?
They poop, it all comes out as, like, this big liquidy thing.
Oh, so that's even better.
I'm willing to make that sacrifice.
It would just be like...
Nope! When the whales poop, they come down towards land, and they kind of skid against the land as they poop, and then they fly back up.
Hugo rolls up his sleeve and sticks his hand in the water. I think it would look really cool.
I just want the ocean to not be in the ocean. I want it to be here.
I have enough reservations about going to Australia because of the animals that they have there.
It's like... I think if, like, sharks flew around in the air, I could handle it. It's, like, less scary.
Huh, okay.
Because I can do all the things. If I'm in the water...
You can't do anything.
Can't do anything.
Yeah, you can't see them. Yeah.
Yeah, sharks, it's more even. Sharks can still smell blood or whatever.
Well, I mean, it's basically the same as you saying, like, oh, I just want there to be bears everywhere. Or, like, mountain lions.
Exactly.
Yeah, I just want there to be, like, giant predators all over the place, Stacy.
Yeah, because I like having endangered species surviving our encroachment on their territory. But Stacy's saying she wants them all to die.
That is definitely not what we're talking about here. Hugo rolls up his sleeve and sticks his hand in the water.
Don't you want to pet some rays, Todd?
Wait, what about jellyfish? You don't want there to be jellyfish in the air?
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Just schools of jellyfish.
Dude, that'd be fucking dope.
You know what that? It's like in you know how in Australia they have like it'll
Everything in the ocean can be in the air, except for those gross slugs that look like dicks.
like when it rains spiders in Australia. How they have all those like big spider webs, like they travel in the air and they come raining down. Oh my god,
Stacy,
what?
I know that you've been through cicada season. It's not worse.
No, I haven't.
You've never been through a cicada season?
No.
Because
When would I have been through a cicada season?
I've assumed that in New Hampshire you guys have cicada seasons.
I don't think we have cicadas.
You don't have cicadas in New Hampshire?
No. I mean, if we do, there's only, like, no, I don't think so.
In Chicago, when you're not in the city, because most of the city's trees are new,
Yeah.
the older trees out in the non-city, they all have cicadas on them. And every 17 years, like, every year there's cicadas, but every 17 years, the 17-year cicadas come out. And there's so many of them that I was a senior in high school. I would walk home from school, and there were so many of them, I couldn't even be grossed out anymore.
Oh,
It was
God.
It was like a plague. Cece, I was walking down the street, they were all hitting me hard.
Ah!
Just tons of them. Like, it came to a point where I wasn't even like gross, I was just trying to survive.
I could not. I would definitely remember if something
It
like
was
that had
so
happened.
loud, too, because they're all making their
Gross.
cicada noises.
Gross.
And so now you're being like, ooh, wouldn't it be gross if spiders fell on you? I'm like, been through it, seen it, done it.
I guess I just like. Oh my god, gross. Oh, I think I'm good. I don't really. I think I should just stay over here and admire them from a respectable distance.
Come on, it'll be fun and informative.
Don't make fun of me, but I'm scared to touch them. I get weird when there's no glass separating us. I don't know what any of those things are, but I get the feeling they will probably bite me and my delicious hands if given the chance.
Nothing in this tank can hurt you. The stingrays have had their barbs removed, the horseshoe crabs only eat little clams, and the anemones are perfectly safe to touch.
Against my better judgment, I approach the tank. Slowly dipping my hand into the cold water, I touch a stingray as it glides past me.
See? Not so bad.
It feels like a fun, slimy leather.
Things get a lot less scary when you learn more about them, right? Nope, sometimes they get scarier.
Yeah! kind of like life, relationships, pretty much everything.
Oh, my sister's terrified of the ocean.
Yeah.
And one time we were in Hawaii and she was like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna go in the ocean. Cause
Oh no.
Cause I'm a lot less scared of her so long as I can see everything. So I used to like to swim around in the reefs and bring bread to give to the fish. And they would make fish tornadoes or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So my sister comes out one time, barracuda bites her. And then she steps on fire coral. And then she just came right out, left. She was like,
Never
I'm
came
done.
back.
I'm done. Never again.
Oh my god.
She wasn't a kid either. She was an adult. She was like, this is the time. I'm gonna risk it. Barracuda bite on the hand, steps on fire coral.
Oh god. I dive my hand back into the touch tank with a renewed vigor for ocean life. I poke at some urchins and feel the hard carapace of a horseshoe crab. My hand brushes against Hugo's as we reach for the same anemone. I pull my hand away, blushing. Hugo smiles at me.
Hey, you're supposed to be touching the fish.
Sorry, I just get a little carried away, sunset.
Wait. That girl over there looks suspicious.
Why's that?
Oh.
Are backpacks usually that wet? Hold on.
Oh no.
Susan, get back here!
Do you think she put a fish in there?
Obviously.
Hugo runs after a middle schooler and catches her before she can make it to the exit.
Want to tell me what's in the bag? Textbooks? Want to tell me what's really in the bag?
Susan won't budge. I walk over to Hugo and the girl. I think he might need a bad cop. Look, kid. We don't have time for games here. Whatever it is, it goes back into the touch tank. Now.
You're not a teacher. You can't tell me what to do.
Hmm?
Yes, well, I am. Can you please put the bag down?
Next time we won't say please. Susan glares at Hugo for a moment before dropping her book bag on the floor. It lands with a wet slap. We stare at it for a moment before it starts to move.
Huh?
Hugo leans down and unzips the backpack. A horseshoe crab frantically scuttles out and across the floor. An employee swoops in, scoops it up, and places it back into the tank. She gives us a disapproving look. Jesus, Susan, what was your plan?
I was trying to free him.
To where? Outside? Where he was gonna die?
Susan, go back to your group. We will discuss this later.
Yeah, and hands where we can see him. Susan sulks off, leaving me alone with Hugo. He gives me a pat on the shoulder.
Oh.
Middle schoolers have sticky hands. I doubt that's the first time that's happened here.
Or the last. In the next room, we see a variety of smaller tanks. Sea urchins, tiny fish, and a rainbow of beautiful underwater plant life surround us.
Yes.
Look over here.
Hugo points to some seahorses gathered at the bottom of a tank. One of them is in the middle of giving birth.
That's actually the male seahorse. Sort of takes fatherhood to a new level, doesn't it? Hey kids, come check this out. There's a male seahorse giving birth.
A low murmur from the students. They just jump back on their phones.
Fun fact, male seahorses can even give birth and then get pregnant in the same day.
Oh my god. Man, we thought we had it hard.
Hey.
I wonder if they have to deal with their kids' awkward teenage years too. All, however, many thousands of them. No, they actually try to eat them.
They try to eat them?
Yeah, when the male seahorse gives birth, all he sees is a bunch of food coming out of his, he's just like, it's coming out. Oh, food.
Oh, I'm assuming they don't eat all of them.
No, they don't eat all of them.
Otherwise,
you gotta
the
get away.
species would die.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah. There's tons and tons coming out.
I think there are fish that do that too, right?
A lot of shit does it.
Yeah.
It's not a new thing.
I mean, there's even don't cats and dogs, if one of the babies is sickly though?
Cats will do that.
Yeah.
I don't know if dogs will.
Maybe not dogs.
Probably wolves, but dogs probably
I
not.
guess I just meant some of the bigger animals will do that.
No, when my ex, when his cat got teen pregnant, even though I told him, yeah, she got teen pregnant. I said, Raphael, you need to get this cat, whatevered.
Yes,
her uterus spayed. He's like, ugh, only rich people do that. And I was like, okay, fine, now I can't say anything.
Yep.
And then, his cat got teen pregnant from his other cat. And then, she gave birth to 3 babies, 2 of them died. He's like, I don't know where one of them went. One of them died, but the other one, it disappeared. I can't find it. I was like, she ate it. And he's like, no, she did not. I was like, no, she ate she ate it. Was it sick? He was like, just a little. I was like, she killed it and ate it.
Yeah.
He's like, no, she wouldn't do that.
Because why are they going to waste resources on it, basically?
Yep. And to people who eat the placenta, you don't need to do that. Yeah, Stacy, that's the crazy world of pregnancy.
I know.
Because they're like, oh, you lose so many nutrients. If you eat the placenta, you get the nutrients back. Yeah, if it was 400 BC.
Yeah.
Okay? Do you know what time it is now? It's 2017. You probably live next to a Whole Foods if you're eating your placenta. Let's be real.
I'm just going to take a vitamin. Thanks. You seem to know a lot about marine life, Hugo.
Oh.
It's not really my specialty, but I do make a point to learn as much as possible whenever I can. I think that learning shouldn't end when you leave school. We should challenge ourselves to find out more about that thing we don't understand every day of our lives. Speaking of placenta,
oh my god,
don't circumcise your penis. It's mean.
Don't what?
I always feel like it's really mean to circumcise a penis on babies.
I have no opinion on that. It's not my place.
You're right. Neither of us have penises.
Yeah.
But what if... What if you had a baby with no male partner and the baby came out with a penis?
I'm just saying, it's not something that I have to think about right now, so...
Oh, it's stressing you out, okay.
Well, but also, there are some people that, have a circumcised penis and they prefer it that way.
Yeah.
And some people prefer it not that way, so it's
I just can't imagine being like, here's my baby boy, I mutilated his junk.
I don't really think that our opinion matters on that. I think it would probably be more important to talk to people who actually have a penis.
You're right. We should keep it up so we can put foreskin cream on our face.
So, because if you stop learning, I don't think you'll ever be able to grow or change as a person. Good point. But I still don't trust the ocean.
We'll get there.
We finally make our way over to my favorite part of the tour, the Arctic exhibit. Do we get to see the penguins?
Yes, we get to see the penguins. You know, it'd be cool if they had exhibits for the deep sea, but that'd be really hard because you'd have to keep the water
pressure?
on high pressure. Yeah.
I don't know how they would do that.
I'm sure they could make a high pressure tank, but it probably costs a lot of money.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you ever feel bad for the fish that they take up as specimens from the deep?
No.
I feel bad for them all the time. Because they're coming up and they're basically exploding.
Yeah.
You know that one fish that everyone makes fun of because it looks dopey? It doesn't look like that down there. That's the fish after it's, like, exploded.
Oh, the blobfish?
Yeah. It doesn't look like that.
What does it look like, then?
The blob... let's see.
I've never seen... Why is this still on?
It's not on. It's asleep. Stacey, you said I can't touch it, so I never touched it.
Okay.
I literally never touched your PS4. And you're like, Mari, you did this wrong. Fine, I'm just not going to touch it.
Mari
ever.
doesn't know how to take care of things.
Blob fish in water. You're going to feel like an asshole. You laughed at this thing. Suffering. It looks like that. It's spiny.
Why does it look a completely different color when it's...
Because it's dying and it's dead.
Oh, did you literally just... Huh. Huh.
Yeah, because it's under like 4 tons of pressure down there. And when you take it up, you're going to explode. It's kind of like taking a human and throwing them in space. They're going to explode.
Okay.
Don't you feel sorry for them? I always feel so sorry for all the specimens they take up from the beach.
Mari.
Because they're dying a horrible death.
You're basically just asking me, do you feel sad for animals that die? And the answer is yes. And I don't think about it because then I would literally never get out of bed in the morning.
One day AJ's going to die.
I know.
But you know what my therapist did? She told me that I have to hold AJ's face in my hands and tell myself that he's going to die. So that I can cope with the fact that he's going to die.
Hell yes. Our group of kids run around the exhibits. They won't stop tapping on the glass of the puffin enclosure trying to get their attention.
That's mean.
For at least a few moments, teachers, chaperones, and students alike seem to be having a great time. What am I so worried about? This isn't too bad.
Whoa.
Hugo suddenly grabs my arm.
Oh my god, there's a student in the penguin enclosure.
Wait, just kidding. It's very bad. Is it one of ours?
It most certainly is. Molly Henderson, Susan's friend. Those two girls are troublemakers.
I look over to the penguins and see a determined-looking kid crouching behind a rock. She's hiding just out of sight of one of the employees. Over on the side of the enclosure, I see the door to the exhibit ajar. Was it unlocked this whole time? We gotta stop her before the staff sees and bans her school for life. Hugo looks around.
Oh, no.
I'll create a distraction.
Hugo runs toward the puffin exhibit and addresses the entire room.
Everybody. I have an announcement.
The whole room turns towards Hugo.
There's a few facts I bet you didn't know about penguins.
Everybody just stares at Hugo, confused. Well, this is my shot. I run into the enclosure and am greeted by a cold blast of air. Psst! Hey! The girl whips around to look at me. Her nose is pink from the cold. You can't be in here!
Neither can you.
I try to walk over to the girl, but the ground is so icy that I just end up slipping. I catch myself before I hit the ground, but the girl still laughs at me.
contrary to popular belief, penguins are birds. Birds are traditionally known to fly, but penguins cannot. So I can understand some confusion when we're discussing the birdness of penguins.
The crowd is still somehow enraptured. Kid, what are you even doing?
I'm letting the penguins go. They deserve they deserve freedom.
Oh my god. Where are they even gonna go?
They're gonna live in my closet.
Look, I don't have time to argue about this. We gotta get out of here.
Not until I save a penguin. Little known fact is that penguins only live in cold climates. With some exceptions, so they don't all live in cold climates if you're splitting hairs here. Did I mention that they don't fly?
The crowd is starting to lose interest. I'm running out of time.
Try to relate.
I think back to the time I released all the feeder mice from the pet store. It was a disaster. I was 6, but it was a disaster. Molly, you know, life can be cruel.
Money. Give me money.
I will give you $20 right now if you leave with me. Molly thinks for a second.
Okay.
Go.
Okay. Well, give it to me right now.
I reach into my pocket and pull out everything I have, examining each bill. Okay, well, I have $12 and some change. Also, there's a button here. Is that enough?
Pay me the other 8 later and we have a deal.
We moved to shake in our arrangement before I suddenly realized there's a wave of penguins on their way out of the enclosure. We're gonna have to block these birds. Oh shit. Oh no.
That bird.
Uh-oh. Click.
What?
Click.
Oh.
Yeah, shoot him.
Am I...
No, you gotta hit them at an angle so they'll flop around.
Oh.
Just spam click it, Stacey. There you go. Hit them at weird angles so they'll flop around.
Over!
Bro, you coming over here? Bribe that teen.
Penguin escaped! What?
Mission complete.
Okay.
I don't know. The penguins now have money. 4.
4.
And they're purple. Have you read Rich Dad, Poor Dad?
Phew, glad that's over. Just in time, too. Looks like Hugo is wrapping up his diversionary penguin speech.
Hey.
And that's why I think penguins are one of the best animals in the world.
A few people in the audience clap out of a sense of duty. Everyone else starts dispersing. Hugo spots us from across the way and runs over.
Molly, what were you doing in there? I was liberating animals, Mr. Vega. You realize that the penguins can only survive in Arctic temperatures, right? You would have a dead penguin in your hands. Well, it was the thought that counts?
No, Molly, it wasn't. Molly turns to me.
You owe me $8.
Sweet Manchego.
What?
I'll pay you later, kid. Molly runs off towards Susan, I suppose so that they can compare animal thief notes.
You're not off the book, Molly.
Oh.
Todd, did you just bribe a child? Can't play by the rules
when there's penguins on the line. Listen, man, we've all done dark things in our lives. I'm not the young, bright-eyed youth I used to be. That person believed in a world where you wouldn't have to bribe children to save a penguin. The me today knows different. I only wish I could go back.
Let's just get through the day and get out of here.
With the day finally coming to a close, the whole field trip is ushered through the gift shop and we make our way back out to the school buses. As we leave the aquarium and the kids load onto the buses, Hugo pulls me aside.
Hey, Todd, thank you so much for helping out today. You're a lifesaver.
It was no problem. It was actually kind of fun.
Let me take you out next time to make it up to you. You like cheese boards?
Yes! Fuck yeah, I love cheese boards.
There's nothing on earth more satisfying than a cheese board.
Yes. There's nothing on earth more satisfying than a good cheese board.
He just squirted on that.
And I feel pretty genuine about saying that too, because I fucking love cheese boards.
I like it when I see the guys squirt. Great. Well, I gotta make sure the kids don't steal anything else. See you around.
I walk inside to find the house empty. I wonder where the panda's at. Before I know it, Amanda pops in through the front door. What you up to tonight?
Just doing some homework. How was the aquarium?
It was an adventure. Some kid tried to steal a penguin.
We've all been there.
I had to run in and grab her before any of the employees saw.
Alright. You got to go into the penguin enclosure? Did you steal a penguin for us?
Amanda, no penguins were stolen thanks to the valiant efforts of myself and Mr. Vega. It was nice getting to spend some time with Hugo, though.
I'm surprised he helped complete a covert op. He's usually kind of a...
Kind of a what?
Kind of a stick in the mud.
He's actually pretty cool. I had a good time with him. Alright, too much adventure for me today. I'm gonna go rest my eyes.
You mean take a nap?
There's a difference. You'll learn when you become a father.
Sleep is important. Make sure you're getting enough.
Date complete!
That was
Fuck
so good
yeah.
you gave me
Fuck yeah!
goosebumps.
Wait, look at this. Clam chowder, youth, angry about weather.
I know, all of these categories are always, are pretty funny.